Hello everyone, you're here to see Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara, and today we are going to do fragrances, and I'm going to start calling myself the fragrance apprentice, the apprentice fragrances apprentice, yeah, that. Apprentice, thank you. Holy moly, sometimes my brain just takes a little bit. It knows what it wants, it just has to go and look for it. Apprentice, so fragrance apprentice. Okay, welcome. So the reason I say that is because I love all fragrances, but I'm not very good at remembering or describing or anything. So if you want to have fun with me, just see the images that come with each of them. So in this case, we're going to be featuring Parfums de Marly, Paris. I don't know if you are new to my channel, which thank you, or you've been here before. I used to show a fragrance at the beginning of each of my makeup videos. And I'm starting to think, I do still spray some because I use it as an inspiration and as a mood. And I still like to spray some before I start doing the makeup. But I thought of creating like a separate sort of, now, if you're interested in fragrance, I'll go through it. And I usually order a lot of these discovery sets because I want to smell all the fragrances. And when I go to the store, I usually get overwhelmed. I don't even know which one is which. So I really enjoy having all these different sets, and that way it depends on my mood on the day, you know. I have all these houses of fragrances in my own house. So I invite you to do the same if you like. It's enjoyable to me. It's playful and enjoyable, and it's not as expensive as to buy all the bottles, right? So in this case, I ordered this little box. Look how cute. And this is Parfums de Marly, Paris. And then you open it, oops, and it came with a little booklet inside, a small one, explaining a little bit of all the fragrances. And then it has the 5 samplers. Of course, the samplers are small. You probably can wear, 2 or 3 times the most of each, but that's okay, because that way, and especially if now I'm going to be able to put it on video, now I'll remember, if I really want to know, did I like it or not, I'll go and watch my own video on the review. Hey, anything you need to do at my age, and I'm not that old, but I have my senior moments quite often. All right. So I'm going to try the first one, is this Safanad from this Parfums de Marly. Just so you know, I think the most popular, and I heard so many great things, is the Darcy, which is a pink tall bottle, beautiful. And then the second one, which I think came, or they're brothers, or like sisters or cousins or something, was the Delina. So you'll hear my thoughts as I go through them, but I just wanted to start with this Safanad because I actually sprayed this one on my previous video where I was featuring Victoria Beckham makeup. So I have this already, and let's go through it. I'm gonna spray it again because that was a while back. Ooh, it smells delicious. So this one, because now I'm pulling out a little note so you know what's in it. Main accord is sweet, white floral, citrus, vanilla, woody, powdery, yellow floral, fruity, amber, and iris. Just a few, to name a few. So immediately what I thought when I first smelled it was the white flower, white floral. But immediately, when there's white floral, immediately feels opening and fresh, and I wouldn't say sweet like honey sweet, but sweet, pretty, like youthful, like, you're going and walking in the middle of valley of flowers, this lightness to it. And so it's very refreshing. It's very, to me, it brings me back to a more youthful, not youthful active, like a citrus might do, like action or activity or vitality. No, this is just a sweet opening, a beauty, beauty of youth beauty, sort of 16-year-old, 18-year-old, not because it is for those ages, but it's just the feeling of it, I definitely feel like if I was in a nice flowery dress, which I would never wear. I'm not a flowery nor mostly dressed kind of girl, but you know what I'm talking about. So where would I go and use this to? That's a very good question. Well, definitely I live in Miami at this moment, so it's definitely something that I could wear in the city with the heat. So definitely summer, spring. Yeah, it's something you can use every day. It's so subtle and so nice, refreshing, that you can use every day. Won't bother anybody. You could take it to the office if you want. You could take it to run errands. You could take it to any kind of meeting, luncheon. I wouldn't say to a dinner at night, because I think it will get lost. At night there's a lot more smells, or in a party, or it's just the moods are a little darker, intense. So I don't know. I don't think I would use this at night, but to each their own, right? I think I would like a little something, and it has a strength. It's not so light that it will just not be noticeable. It's not like that. So you could use it at night, I guess. I just wouldn't. All right, moving on. Let's move on. All right. So the next one, just because that's the order there in the box, I'm gonna look for Meliora. Now, let me I have the whole description in the little booklet, but I figure I like this site better because it gives me very easy the ingredients. So this one, I'm going to fragrantica.com, and when you put any perfume of any brand, it gives you the main course very easily and the picture of the fragrance. So I like it. So Meliora, it is for women, and the main course is fruity, soft, spicy, aromatic, fresh, green, sweet, and woody. Wow. All right, let's see. Maybe I should spray it before I read it. So I'm gonna spray it something else. I put the other one everywhere. I shouldn't have done that. But oh, I like this. So definitely if you're a citrus sort of person, it's just lovely. For sure, citrus clean, not intoxicating, it's elegant. I wonder what is it that is make it elegant. I guess the soft spicy and the green that is in it. It said sweet, but I mean, it has some sweetness to it, a lot more sweet than the Safanad. But this one puts me a little more serious. The white flower, I always say opening and kind of reaching out. This one, no. This one is fresh, it's clean, but it says, I'm here. I'm here, optimistic, ready to go sort of fragrance. The bottle looks very nice with a golden top. So, hey, a little, I don't know if it's white. I think it's white or yellowish, but very nice. So, yeah, I like it. I don't think I will buy this. Recently I bought another citrus, which I've been in love with, which was, I think, Givenchy. I talk about another video. I think I have it here. The Aqua Longoria Mandarin Basilic. And I really like this one. It was a lot more citrus concentrated action, optimism. This one is a little more elegant, but less striking, I would say. Hey, it's good. It's good. Nothing memorable. It's not something I would smell and say, ooh, what are you wearing? It's just something very pleasant and nice and optimistic. And so if I would meet somebody with it, I would be like, they smell very nice. And then that's it. And I don't think it lingers. Some fragrances, you smell it, it's the stench of the beginning, and then it kind of lingers. I don't think this one lingers. You smell it, it gets you, and then that's it. So I guess if you're meeting somebody, although nowadays we don't hug and kiss, but if I were hugging and kissing, you get that smell and you're like, nice, clean, and then that's it. So in that way, those fragrances, or this kind of fragrances, I like because they're not invasive. And so you can wear them through the day because of that reason. You know, at night, I think especially if you go out, you're competing with a lot more fragrances or scents. And so the lingering part is a little more seductive, elegant, you know, that kind of, ooh, what is that? And then you kind of follow the lingering scent with it. These ones are not necessarily that. So move on. We're gonna now go to Darcy, which is one of the ones I hear the most about. Let me put it over here. Oh, I think I've used up this one. I do pull this one out. Oh yeah. Now I know one is one of the most favorites. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Darcy. So Darcy, citrus, sweet. But now the other one also had citrus, but this one is citrus, the first one, like the other one. But then the next one is sweet. And then it has patchouli, woody, rose. Oh, you know, any perfume with rose gets me. White floral, warm, spicy, musky, fresh, and earthy. Wow, this is an interesting mixture. And it is definitely a favorite. I can definitely tell why. I mean, it has this citrus effect, so very clean, active, optimistic. But then it has that sweetness, which seems like most bestsellers or most, you know, preferable fragrances are sweet, because I guess they're more seductive. They're just more, you know, you want a little more of it. Yeah, I think they're the hook, you know, not surprising, sweet, right? Sugar. Of course, this will not make you gain weight or anything like that. So, you know, so way to enjoy sweets. It has a patchouli, which obviously, just smelling it, I don't think I could tell it's patchouli. Well, maybe if I take it in my palette and really, but it doesn't smell like patchouli like you used to it. And then the rose, yes, the rose. Maybe that is the heart. I don't know if you are in the energy or chakras or any of that, but rose signifies the heart chakra, you know, so it gets you in, not in your emotions, but in your, you know, love and opening up and centering. So, and then the white floral, so it does have some opening. So I think the opening is what it has a little bit more lingering, a little more seductive in that way. So definitely it's a fragrance that is soft enough that you can wear it through the day. It is strong enough, definitely, to go out at night. It's not overly sweet where you just like, you know, there's some night fragrances that you're like, wow, you know, if you're coming in the car with me, I might pass out, sort of thing. It's good to smell it passing by, but to be around it for a long time, they can be intoxicating. No, I think this is sweet enough, soft enough. You would smell it, it lingers. It will give that strike, you pass by and you're like, oh, that smells nice. Would I take it to the office? You could. I probably would not, because it's distractive. I don't like when it's business, or I don't want those type of distractions, just because this whole thing about being a woman, being sexualized, about you know, whatever. Not going there. But I try to be more neutral, less, you know, if it's gonna be something serious, something like that. So there you go. I understand why a lot of women want to have this bottle in there. And who knows, maybe because this one was already low, so I have pulled it out for that one. If this one runs out, I might get it. They're not inexpensive, so I don't know. And they're big bottles, thing like this. So they will last you forever. And so that's a little problem for me, because I have so many already full bottles. And, you know, the good thing is that they don't go bad, right? Okay. So the next one, which is the one I was telling you that is kind of a cousin, is kind of the second best favorite, is the Delina. So I want to see here what the whole difference is, because I never have really smelled them back to back. Oh yeah. You know, this one is more flowery. Let me see what it has. Ooh. Oh, these two are, you know, winners. So Delina, the main accords are rose, floral, fruity, fresh, musky green, aromatic, powdery, tropical, and woody. But the main one, rose, floral, fruity. You know, the other one, the main one was citrus, and it was a big one, and then it was sweet. And then it was rose, but kind of in the fourth, fifth, and much less. This one, rose is like the primary, and then floral, and then fruity, not even citrus. So this is definitely opening up, centering, feeling love. You know, it's just, I wouldn't say romantic. It's not like that. And this one, I wouldn't go to say seductive. It's just beautiful. It's just, I wouldn't even go to sweet and beautiful. No, it's just beautiful. It is, I think, mature enough to say a woman, beautiful woman. It's just beauty. Yeah, it's elegant, it's beauty. I wouldn't say elegant, sophisticated, like those fragrances that you're like, oh my God, what an elegant woman. No, I wouldn't say that. It's not that mature per se. It's just beautiful, nice and beautiful. And I will go to a lot of the things I said about Darcy, about this is, you can take it for night. It is a little bit too much for the day, I think, in the sense that you can smell it. It doesn't linger as much because I smell it and it's not bothering me. So, so it's beautiful. I would take it to an event. I would take it to a daily event. For night, I think I prefer a little more, yeah, a little more elegance or deeper, or I don't know what to describe it. Maybe we should smell one. I'll say it like that. So, but this, apparently these perfumes from Marly are very fresh and daily and not invasive and just, you know, elegant enough. But definitely Darcy and Delina so far have been a little more impressive. All right, last but not least, I'm very curious now, is Athalia. So before I search it, let me smell. Oh my God, this is very different. This is very different than all the others. This is a lot more powdery. So let's see what it has. Athalia. This one comes in a black bottle with a golden top, which is beautiful. The top are kind of round. I'm sorry I don't have a picture. Maybe it comes in the booklet. Oh yeah, there you go. That is Athalia. You see this one? And it is like this size, so it's a big bottle. And in that note, let me just go Delina, pink, light pink. And then Darcy, this gold. And then which one Safanad, seems like also golder. All right. Because this one obviously comes with a lot more options because there's also for male. So let's finish describing Athalia. So, main of course. Hey, I'm starting to guess it right. Now, I tell you, I can identify now when it's a citrus. I can identify when it's floral, white floral. And I now can identify when it's powdery. That's the first, hey, first. If I'm an apprentice of fragrances, I can tell already those three for sure. Because every time I'm like, oh yeah, now I know to know what is powdery. Which is interesting if you want to get on this with me, to start trying out, right? And see if you can too. It will be cool. Okay, so this one, main of course, is powdery. Then iris, musky, white floral, amber, violet, animalic, earthy, citrus, and sweet. See, I want to get to the point where I can, because I'll tell you other ingredients that show up in a lot of fragrances throughout is the iris, the amber, which I've been able to identify amber in other fragrances when it's the main one, amber. Anyways, let's go back to, I'm getting all excited because I'm learning. So this is Athalia. Now, I like it because it's becoming more mature lady. Now, this is very interesting. When I was younger, like if I smelled Chanel number 5, which is powdery, I would not like it at all. And I remember in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, people would say, is a fragrance that only when you mature, your palate learns to appreciate. And I would be like, whoa, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry about that horrible face, but that's what I used to think. Interestingly enough, of course, I bought a small Chanel number 5 because it's Chanel number 5. I mean, I needed to have that. And I kept smelling here and there, like, do I like it? No. On top of that was my mother-in-law preferred fragrance, so of course I wouldn't wear that with my husband and this and that, but I still wanted to have. It was Marilyn Monroe, right? What she wear to bed, only Chanel number 5. You know, the whole thing. Anyway, and the bottle is beautiful, etc. But now I'm starting to like that powdery scent. Just a little scary, right? I mean, I guess I am getting older. But so I'm starting to appreciate the powdery smell. And they used to tell me, yeah, that's old age, or it used to be, or, you know, other times. But no, I'm starting to appreciate it. Maybe it's also the trendy thing now is vintage. And a lot of makeup and trends are becoming vintage. Maybe it's a combination of both. I apologize for my dog. He's barking outside. I hope it doesn't sound super loud or that you don't get distracted by it. But anyhow, so I'm starting to like it. So let's go back to this last fragrance. Athalia. You know, even though the last accord that I described is sweet, I can smell the sweetness now. And you know, fragrance, they change a little bit throughout as you wear them. When I first applied it, I can definitely smell the powdery. Now I'm starting to smell the sweetness. It's just beautiful, elegant, obviously a little bit on the sweet. So I would like this at night for a nice dinner. I think it lingers enough. I wouldn't say seductive, but I think it will be one that you're like, smell nice, that kind of thing. It does give, I have seen elegance like a million times now, but it does give you that elegant beauty, present, not too much, but not too little. And it lingers just enough. So if you pass by, you know, the eyes or the smell or the whatever follows. And it could give an impression. I wouldn't say one of those that you're like, oh my God, I have to have that smell, or I'll remember that smell forever, or not those kind of impressions, but just a very nice impression. I think it allows the person to be the center instead of the fragrance to be the center, which that's to say a lot about a fragrance, where you're like, wow, that smells nice, I like it, but yet you look at the person. Does that make sense? Like your memory and everything doesn't go to dissolving what the fragrance is. It still allows to look at the person while this intoxicates you or seduces you, or I don't know what else to call it, but so I like it. Now, is it, because I was going to end there, because interesting enough, as much as I like it and describe it for you here, and like, oh my God, this is da 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 da, I describe it like that because if this is for you, it will be a wonderful fragrance. I still don't think I will go and buy this bottle because I love it. And yes, I will reach for it. You'll see, I'm going to be reaching for it because now I'm not going to forget it. I guess I'll follow up with you if it ended up, because I was surprised about the Tom Ford Cherry that I sprayed it. I think I talk about it in a video, and now every day I go, even though I'm in my house, I'm cleaning, I'm, you know, nothing special, and I still go and spray some. So I like that fragrance. I don't know about this one, if it will be the case where I'll look for it there, where I miss it, or if I'm getting ready, if this is the one I would choose to go out with. We'll see. We'll see. But if this is for you, like, I think the fragrance is just amazing. I would recommend it. So there you have it. We ended. This is kind of my second video on fragrances. The first one was about Tom Ford, also a discovery set. It was 6 of them. I think they're a little different descriptions than what I did today. So this is an exploratory and discovery for me. And now I'm an apprentice of fragrances. I'm going to remember that. And this is the time that I ask you, if you haven't done, to subscribe to my channel and to ring the bell that is on your right hand corner of your screen, and to like and comment, suggest, request, and tell me if you're into fragrances and which ones are your favorite. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.